From the pages New Wave Wrestling Magazine, April 1992, Vol. 1, Number 1. Every word you are about to hear is taken directly from the first ever issue of New Wave Wrestling. All content is reconstructed for AI narration. This is a fully detailed, text-only breakdown including all editorial content, ads, and extras. All numbers are written as words. Let's begin with a dramatic opening. A storm brews in the squared circle. The lights are hot, the ropes are tight, and a decision is coming that could shake the foundations of professional wrestling. New Wave Wrestling Magazine does not simply mark another wrestling publication. It is a declaration. Wrestling is about to be covered not by corporations, but by the fans, for the fans. And in this dramatic debut, there's only one question that matters. Will WrestleMania 8 be the final hurrah for Hulk Hogan? Main events. WrestleMania 8, the last hurrah for Hulkamania. In a sweeping editorial, Michael O'Hara asks the question on every fan's mind. Is Hulk Hogan ready to step aside? The loss to The Undertaker, the questionable rematch tactics, and the looming presence of Ric Flair all point toward the twilight of Hogan's dominance. This feature, drenched in drama and reverence, chronicles Hulk's journey from his '84 title win to the desperate brawls against Flair, and calls WrestleMania 8 the possible end of an era. Ring legend spotlight, Dick the Bulldog Brower. In an extensive, no-punches-pulled interview, the legendary Brower reflects on a career spanning 3 decades. He discusses his early days, his missed opportunity with WWF as Hillbilly Jim's coach, his views on today's synthetic physiques, his son's interest in music over mat work, and his time managing Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. Brower pulls no punches and says, "Old-time wrestling is coming back." Has Sting lost his confidence? Once WCW World Champion, Sting now battles inconsistency in a string of grudge feuds with Rick Rude, Cactus Jack, and Lex Luger. The feature examines his descent from Golden Boy to question mark and whether he can recapture the spotlight. Wrestle Rap. Interview with Buddy Rogers. The original Nature Boy opens up about his legacy, his critiques of modern wrestling, and his respect for stars like Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan. It's a sharp, revealing talk with one of the sport's founding giants. Warrior Woman, Misty Blue tells all. Misty Blue shares personal stories from her trailblazing career in women's wrestling. From gritty locker rooms to standing ovations, she covers the triumphs and prejudices faced in her rise through the industry. Randy Savage, Portrait of a Macho Man. This retrospective dives into what makes Macho Man Randy Savage such a beloved and controversial icon. With reflections on his in-ring passion, mic intensity, and unique charisma, the article pays tribute to the man behind the madness. The New Wave Wrestlers comic strip. A bonus comic introduces New Wave's own fictional wrestling superheroes. It's colorful, exaggerated, and sets up the kind of multimedia expansion the magazine dreams of. Bonus features and departments. Next Wave Newsreel. Updates on WCW's renewed push behind Ricky Steamboat, El Gigante's rise, Brian Pillman's light heavyweight reign, and Sting's ongoing rivalries. WWF notes cover Ric Flair's controversial rise, the return of Owen Hart, and the slow fade of Hulkamania. Nostalgia Zone. Historical title changes and milestones that happened during the month of March, including matches from Jerry Lawler, Bob Backlund, Mil Mascaras, and the first WrestleMania in 1985. New Generation. A profile of up-and-coming indie star cousin Seth McCoy from New England Wrestling. Seth shares his path, goals, and advice to aspiring wrestlers. International slams. Coverage from Germany, Great Britain, New Zealand, and Mexico. Key mentions include Rambo Luke Poirier, Big Daddy, Steve Wright, the Guerreros, Medusa Myceli, and Leon Bullpower White. Independent scene. Reports from regional promotions and developing stars across the U.S. Includes a match contest where readers pair wrestlers to their signature holds for a chance to win wrestling photo grab bags. Weird Wrestling Tales. Stories from the Edge, crazy fan interactions, blood and guts matches, and chaotic lumberjack fan events in Philly. Pen Pal Universe. A listing for fans to connect by mail across the globe. A charming and nostalgic touch. Official rankings. WWF Top 10 Heavyweights: Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Randy Savage, The Undertaker, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Ted DiBiase, Jake Roberts, The Matador, Big Boss Man, WWF Top Teams, Legion of Doom, Natural Disasters, Nasty Boys, Beverly Brothers, WC Top 10 Heavyweights, Lex Luger, Sting, Ricky Steamboat, Steiner, Rick Steiner, Steve Austin, Dustin Rhodes, Barry Windham, Cactus Jack. International standouts: Owen Hart tops the junior heavyweight list. Medusa Masali tops the women's rankings. Great. Muta, Steve Williams, and Fit Finlay headline the international heavyweight scene. AD recaps Combat Sports Video Library. Legendary VHS series offering Wrestling's Greatest Matches. Bruno Sammartino highlights villains and heroes of the ring. 8-way championship matches. Sight Slaughter Volumes 1 and 2. Road Warriors, Jimmy Garvin and Steve Regal. Larry's Baishko, all tapes 1995 plus shipping. TV series on video, volumes of old-school noir crime and superhero shows like Batman's Satisfaction, Praying Mantis, and Deadline for Death. Tapes are VHS format, recorded from original film prints. Back issue magazine catalog, from Wrestling World to Power Slam, back issues dating from the 30s to the 90s, available at prices ranging from $350 to over $300. S.L.A.M.M. Membership annual fan club includes subscription to Combat Sports newsletter, membership certificate, stickers, discount coupons, surprises, New Wave Wrestling Championship belt contest. Write a 50-word essay to become the champion of wrestling fans. Winner receives a custom belt. New Wave Wrestling storms the scene with heart, grit, and an unapologetic focus on the fans. It bridges old-school sensibility with modern flair. With explosive editorials, rare interviews, international updates, and a true collector's flair, this issue is a must-read from cover to cover. Wrestling journalism reborn. If this trip through the glory of New Wave Wrestling stirred your wrestling soul, do your part. Like the video. Share it with fellow fans. Subscribe for daily deep dives. From the Pages returns tomorrow.